ready to go. We've got unKnights back on the blacklist side. Let's see their aggressive stance on Ankara.
We are back live into the second map of this series, unKnights versus Vasco, and Vasco versus unKnights. unKnights is going to be taking this one with composure and with patience. They're going to be burning the clock, and after a couple flashes being thrown out, MKZ and Kiko is going to be leading the way in to clear out the angles down towards the bomb site. Vents is going to be cleared out by 2 frag nades as well, so this show comes to show that they're taking this map with 100%, not just 100%, but 200% dedication outside. Minute 40 left onto the clock, and look at Action's angles. He peeked out from middle, coming in from connector, and he has to back out after missing that one tap. And tosses out the nade to clear out middle to buy the room for him to fall back. In the meantime, MKZ and Kiko is going to be walking themselves down towards connector, down towards the middle, but the C4 is still dropped outside of B long, and maybe this could cause unKnights some issues. We've seen that one round. unKnights not being able to recover the C4 in time, and Beck was the last player getting the 2 kills. Did not have enough time to find that last kill onto Action. The minute 30 seconds has burnt down, and we only have a minute left, Valdez.
Yeah, definitely trying to brew something up towards the B site. We do have one guy, Silva, watching for this, but currently pretty spread out on the side of Vasco in terms of trying to get a defense going up against this push. But they do have Action rotating over. Seems like they know the timing of this, and now MG's going to get that shot onto Beck over at Office. So they say, okay, something's probably brewing towards B, which is going to spark unKnights to maybe go for a mid-push. We'll see if they want to take that sharp angle towards A, or if they actually will commit on to B.
That flash completely blinded Pietro to make things even worse, and it more so feels like that Vasco just drove unKnights down towards middle, and now spawn area is tested as Kiko almost going down, but MKZ and HDZ will find a piece of their own. HDZ taking out the pistol to duel against Action, the head shooter of this lobby, with Pietro can find the headshot of his own. Action eventually takes down HDZ down to a 2v2 with the bomb getting planted with only 5 seconds remaining onto the counter here. And look at MG's position. He has wrapped all the way around from spawn, and this could cause some trouble for unKnights to hold onto the bomb site. MKZ on top of the staircase can't find much. Action swings out, gets instantly punished by Pietro, but not quite there to take the kill. As now it's all down to the hands of MG, and it's not going to happen as Pietro bravely will take a double kill of his own. And unKnights will start leading out 1-0.
Yeah, good start from them. You know, they kind of got forced into that mid-push towards A, but it really worked out. Some of those 1v1s that they took were great. It feels like MKZ has really gotten warmed up. His map 1 started off very slowly, but towards the end of it, he was putting up some really nice numbers. And now, able to start off with 2 kills here. Pietro as well, having a slow first map. Able to get some numbers. Like to see that from the IGL of unKnights. Always feels nice when that IGL is putting up numbers as well, alongside of calling all the shots and having all the responsibility for the strategy of the team. Can be very difficult to do both. So a lot of respect to Pietro and Fefe in this case.
Yeah, sometimes if you're a shot caller, you can't completely focus on your movements and your mouse placements and crosshair placements. So sometimes they do slack off on kills, but this time around it's going to be Pietro taking a bunch of kills, and MG almost gets the better of Beck here, but it looks like the crouch peek was counted as a wallbang. Sometimes if you crouch a little too fast, it will register as a wallbang, and Beck gets to see another round. And for now, minute 20 seconds has been burnt down, and it looks like unKnights is going to treat this round the same way they treated the last round, playing to the wire, playing down to the wire, burning the clock down. Pietro waiting by the corners, but Silva was faster to react and was able to gun him out from the lobby. So unKnights will have to play 1 and 2 men down as MKZ runs right into Silva. 3v5 and a tough call. 48 seconds, and B might be of their choice.
Yep, looking pretty likely, but MG is watching this angle once again. He's going to pick up a second kill for himself. And now with not a lot of time, they're just going to leave HDZ to push this by himself. Has some backup from Beck, who is now dead.
Who is now dead, yes indeed.
Yeah, so HDZ, he's going to try. He will take down Silva. There's not a lot of time to pick up this bomb, and Action knows exactly where he is. So that's an easy pickup round for the side of Vasco. got started with some of those poke outs from MG. And the value was realized by the end of it all. So we're tied up 1-1 in this map.
1-1 is going to be lined on up on the top for the teams to be tied back up. The unKnights are not going to hit anybody for now. This time around, unKnights may have pumped up the gas a little bit as HTZ is way deep in the middle to find that kill onto action. That will be a nice opening kill towards the side of unKnights, but MG, he's already up in connectors, looking down towards middle. He's going to be juggling by the corners, but did he catch the players rotating out and jumping right across his crosshair? Apparently, MG failing to hold onto that crosshair is going to allow unKnights to go deep in down towards middle. And here comes the aggression, but at the end of the day, MG is going to find the kill of his own. Looking for more about the rotation down towards A, and it's all down to the hands of Fefe to hold it down. He will find one in the process, and we'll take out the pistol. That's good for 2, and a third headshot! MKZ swung out from vents to get the kill, desperately holding on to the round, but Fefe has already fell back to spawn, and rest of Vasco is rotating in to provide that support. Does he realize Silva is right under it? Coming up and over, MKZ will find one, but Fefe will find the 4th kill of his own. And Vasco is going to secure their 2nd round. The scoreboard is going to be 2-1.
Talked about IGL stepping up, and you know, Fefe's able to do that from the A site. It was a bit predictable, I would say, from the side of unKnights. They already did that strategy a couple rounds ago, worked out for them, and so they try to send it once again. Unfortunately, it gets caught out this time. Now Pietro trying to lead the charge. Silva going to get the drop on him in mid. You see that now Vasco going for a strategy where they do challenge in this central passage. And that is going to net them a kill already. MG is already out here in quarters as well. So they've got them really kind of suffocated to the middle of the map. As here's the replay of Fefe.
Pistol play. Top notch tapping on the players. It's crazy.
Yeah, huge round from him. And maybe another big moment for him as he's trying to dodge the flash. He's not going to look the right way, so maybe I cursed him. But Action is going to get the kills anyway, as the two of them were just trying to push in and isolate Fefe probably, but they didn't expect Action to take them down that quickly.
And to make things even worse, those 2 headshots as well for Action, so really looking to bump his headshot rate, HR, on the stat score to be up there. Minute left, and back in HTZ doing what they can do to scrape back in some kills, scrape back some rounds with the flash popping right in front of his eyes. Beck can't do much but to hide by the corner. In the meantime, HTZ made his way through underpass, but Silva and VNC is waiting at the bomb site, and we also have the rotation from, I believe that's Action to come through any moment soon. HTZ missed the shot as VNC is going to swing around the backside with Silva. 2 kills quick, and Vasco will find their 3rd. And unfortunately for unKnights, the dream seems to become slim and slim.
Yeah, it does feel like they're kind of losing their touch here as the rounds do come along. But Vasco, shout out to them. Love the aggressive play. You know, getting in B bottom. They get that first kill on a Pietro, and then MG's getting just so much information, hanging out in quarters, spotting nobody over here, covering the back of A connector as well, so that if a rotation were to come in, he would be getting some big value there. So just good push outs from the side of Vasco here on GR. That's what you'd love to see. If you can get away with it, you should always look for angles for information. And now we do see, once again, big spread here from the side of unKnights. Not exactly sure where they will push in. This time not as aggressive from the side of Vasco. They have sat Silva in office at this point in time. But besides that, it does look like a very standard defense.
Standard defense, as you talk about, and standard offense coming out from unKnights, as they're going to be joining forces back down towards A. But this time, the setup down towards A, not so usual, rather in the unusual side, as we do have VNC posted right by the entrance, not caring whether if a player would come through vents, so he will go back into vents to try to clear this one out, and Fefe's going to re-smoke the entrance that leads into A. 50 seconds remaining in action. Out in middle, trying to poke and prod. As the rest of unKnights are going to rotate back down towards B, and this may open up a slaughterhouse because look at the setups. Vasco has already set up on B. MG up on site, has a good angle, finds one. And he's going to pop that nade. Stop the push. Silva out and long, couldn't do much. So it's all down to MG on top of the bomb site to hold this one down.
Yeah, and MG's taking a nice passive angle here. He knows he's got support. I say that, and he just flicks the corner. Not very passive for long as MG. I should have known. And Bethany will pick up that last kill here as well. So that is a 4th round now in favor of Vasco Esports as they see the push coming and they shut it down with flying colors.
Flying colors. Indeed it is, and 4th round going towards Vasco. Just continues to pressure the shoulders of unKnights, and it may just get into their heads as well. As look at MG's position, he just continues to be aggressive. And eventually at one round, it's going to pay off, and that's going to hurt unKnights even more. Some overnays are being thrown, but that's not going to take away any health. 3-2 split here, as A has a really strong defensive positions being taken by 3 players, and looks like unKnights are ready to throw out the setups and get it going with top flash going through. They're going to send it in, actually getting clubbed, but doesn't matter. He's going to find another headshot to Beck. And MKZ trying to take his leading charge into the bomb site, but gets stopped by VNC instantly. And MG swinging out up and over towards Spawn's going to find the kill onto Pietro, leaving HTC all alone, scratching at his head, going like, guys, where he has Zed and Silva to make things even worse. Flanked all the way around the spawn area. That's going to find the kill, the final kill of the round, and Vasco will be able to find their 5th. It's going to be 5-1 on the scoreboard.
You can see the push not as clean as you would like from the side of unKnights. They try to get some utility over the top. They don't get those entry kills. Vasco just swarmed the site so quickly. And as you mentioned, there were flanks coming from multiple angles. Like from Connector, we had a guy coming all the way around the back through Spawn. It was like Vasco read it and were a couple of steps ahead of unKnights. So these guys just have a vice grip on this defense on this map right now. Ankara looking very confident here for the side of Vasco. unKnights have yet to really challenge them outside of that first round, which was pretty close at the end of the day as well. So let's see if they'll find an answer here as they look to push through B bottom, maybe try to isolate MG, but MG has already read the situation, and he'll back up to a safer angle.
And also the C4 is down deep outside of A long here, so I don't think unKnights wants to risk too much, but they definitely do have to start risking something because there's only 3 rounds left onto the first step. And look at Silva. He's willing to peek out these corridors, and does he realize Beck is right there? Oh, Beck's going to find the better of him, and that should weaken the defense side of Vasco for a little bit. unKnights may now just have enough chance to go for a win here, but actually going to swing out and get a headshot to equalize things back down. Make that a double. This man continuously clicking heads, looking for a 3rd with the AK, and yes, indeed, he does get it. And all of a sudden, unKnights is looking so shaky here to hold on to any of the rounds here.
Yeah, you can see they're getting pretty frustrated, just peeking action one by one by one by one, and now another kill is going to go over to VNC. MG taking some shots in the bat. MKZ. Ooh, nice little 180 no-scope from him, actually, as now action will get the drop on him. That's a 6th round already over to the side of Vasco. And this is not looking like a very close map so far, to be honest, Bench. I think unKnights, they get that initial kill onto Silva. It's great. They've got this defensive setup. They're waiting for someone to push, to get aggressive, to get cheeky. And they get the value. They get that kill. But the follow-up was just not good enough, and Action took big advantage of it.
It was not there for sure. As you can see on the replay, Action just clicking heads as if it's just clicking cookie clickers there, but at the end of the day, he is going to be able to find the 3rd. And some way, somehow, unKnights could not break through the defense, even after a huge opening kill they had. But for now, coming into round number 8, only 2 rounds remain here, and unKnights is going to be setting up out towards A. The nade is going to do some hurt into Fefe, as VNC is going to be posting himself up in vents, soon to be tested by MKZ, as VNC did fall back out in the right time. But do they realize the main push is coming out from vents, because they do not realize this Fefe gets stepped out. VNC has to fall back all the way into spawn, and the bomb site has been fried.
Yeah, they do a good job this time. All 5 members committing to the push. This is exactly what you would want to see from the side of unKnights. And they're going to smoke off that fence really, really nicely here as well. VNC trying to pick someone off, but he cannot. And this retake very difficult. MG looking to get on in, wants to get a pick off before they actually commit to the push. But I don't think that they're really going to be gifted that here. Pietro's got a very nice angle where he's just at a range of if they're peering through the smoke, but he's going to wait a little bit too long. Now the flank is coming in action. A chance as Silva, a snipe. MKZ's being shot in the back. There's only 2 guys left with 8 seconds left, though. I don't know if there's enough time as Beck will survive. And it will not be enough time. MG going to just take the kill, but it will be the round over to unKnights.
Some way, somehow, MG is going to stand with 1 kill per round with 7 KD. Did not die last round, so we might just be able to see a KD that is above 3 tonight. If he can keep up with this tempo of getting kills and not dying. But for now, unKnights will pick up the second round they needed, but looks like the last round is not going in their favor as VNC swings out, gets a quick double kill as Fefe will find an arm of his own to take down the armor of unKnights, which is 80s. And looks like it's going to be down all to the hands of Pietro, the IGL, who is waiting. Is going to be MG taking that final drop. It's going to be 7-2. Looks like the repeat of Compound is happening onto Ankara, and unKnights needs to pile in and throw in every single dime and quarters and cents and pennies they have into this one, because it looks like there is no hope right now.
Some silver dollars, maybe, you know, throwing some $2 coins.
At least those dimes
get the 5 yen coin.
Yeah.
See what they can get. No, I mean, there's not a lot of... okay, they're just coming at them really fast. There's not even time to talk about what just happened. Beck and Pietro, couple of pickoffs already. These guys they're looking for something. And Vasco just trying to run them down. And it wasn't working at first, but now Silva is able to pick one off. Now going for the reload, and Beck is going to take advantage of that. Pretty standard stuff. Action has just holed up himself here in the spawn. That's actually going to be a win for MG with the pistol. There's a chance still, actually, for MG in Action, especially with the but Action being pressured by multiple members. He's not quite able to tap on the heads, and that might just be the end of it unless MG gets a massive clutch.
18 HP and a dream might as well as go hide back in the spawn and keep his KD. But at the same time, being a professional he is trying to find a better angle to play with. I mean, as long as MG can get off 1 kill here, 1v2 is definitely doable, and we've seen him pull off 1v2s from time to time. Okay, let's say MKZ is waiting. He will find the bullet through the wall, for the railings. It's down, and unKnights will find their 3rd. Almost as if you're repeating what happened on Compound. And then if Vasco wins this one, then it will be the equal repeat of what happened. But let's see if unKnights can break that pattern.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to get something going here. And Vasco, they did not get away with just being overly aggressive in that last round, which is kind of what they did on Compound as well. They had a big lead, and they said, okay, let's just send it and see what happens. They're not going to get away with it here, at least for this first round. But now PNC, man, just the 2-tap. First one misses, second one hits, and that's 2 headshots they get onto the site. And all of a sudden, it's just a plant already.
Vasco gets the plant down successfully with taking down Kiko, and MKZ will pull down the bomb side. VNC finds another kill onto Pietro. Action's going to swing up from the backside, gets knocked out by HTZ, but at what cost of losing a round? 27 seconds and ticking. Beck and HTZ has it all to do. It's raised down Fefe to a lower HP, but eventually VNC is going to be there to take the kill. And HTZ, last metal, VNC swings out with the pistol and finishes him off. And we are sitting at 8-3 as Vasco only 2 rounds away from closing the series out to 2-0.
And you see those guys on the side of Vasco. They're having a good time. They're all laughs and cheers as they're winning by a pretty large margin. You saw the exact opposite on the side of unKnights, who unfortunately not quite able to get across the line tonight. Wishing them the best, but this is a tough pool. This is a very tough opponent in Vasco, and we'll see what happens at the end of this map. It's not over yet.
Not shit. As Vasco still has a chance. They're coming from underpass up towards the bomb side. Action is going to tap out HTZ. And Pietro out in B long is going to swing out. Try to do some damage, but eventually he has to fall back. The bomb site now being contested fully as VNC has already made himself up and over towards the bomb site. More smokes are being put out to close the angles, and Kiko is going to be dead stuck, but to rotate out. So all of a sudden, after get the bomb getting planted, and now it looks like they have switched sides as unKnights now have to break the defense of Vasco, which is so darn strong.
Oh man, they had like 4 different players looking at that exact entrance. The first kill went the way of Vasco, and the rest was just history. It was a steamroller event over there, and we'll have to wait and see. I mean, 9-3, looking pretty strong for the side of Vasco. We'll see if they can close it out here, or will unKnights be able to mount the massive comeback?
We'll have to wait and see indeed, Valdez, but right now, unKnights put to the true test here. There is nothing but a wall right against their backs. Nowhere else to go now. They have to hold onto the bomb sites. Vasco going for that mid push, led by VNC. May even be able to see that connected push with the nades being thrown out. Unfortunately for them, HTC is on top of the bomb site, but MG on the Watchtower is going to find one, even take some health away from MKZ.
Wow. Yeah, that second shot, as you mentioned, that little bit of extra health was actually insane. And now Action just comes over, knows he's trapped behind the box, and knows that there's nowhere for him to run to. Kiko here in the vent, trying to check every angle, but eventually it's just the front angle as they take them down. Silva's got a read on where the other members of unKnights were trying to come in from. It's only Beck and HTZ to try to retake this site. Do they have the angle? HTZ is trying to come in from behind here, actually, and get the drop. He will be able to get that pistol headshot. Gives his team a chance, but now Beck is going to go down, and it's all up to HTZ. Not the first time I've said that, as HTZ nearly goes down to a grenade, but he will be taken out by MG anyway. 10-3 is the scoreline for Vasco here on the second map. They take the 2-0 tonight.
They take the 2-0 tonight as Vasco will add one more series win to their scoreboard, and unKnights